Welcome back to Modern Stage Comics. I'm Gene.
I'm Kiyoshi.
And today we're going to be going over the second part of the Dawn of X series. I liked it. You know,
I like some
for the
of
most
it.
part.
Yeah, I like some of it, of course. There's always...
Some of it was a little,
Yeah.
But if you want to hear what we thought about it, stick around. All right, so let's start with the Xmen number 1. Or number 2. This was kind of... So they get to Arakko.
Yeah, Cyclops, Phoenix, and... or
Cable.
not Phoenix, I mean... What's her name?
Rachel.
Rachel, yeah. Yeah, and they're doing like a father-children mission.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, because they're like... I guess because Rachel isn't normally canon.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a whole nother...
Well, she's been in all the stuff before the House of X.
Yeah, but she's like another dimension, or what do you call it? Another universe, you know? So, and they explain. I forgot what they said, but
yeah. Well,
they explain how she gets back.
I mean, they still haven't really explained Cable, so...
Yeah, how Cable's like a kid.
Young, but also is Ward freaking PTSD. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. So, in this one, they meet up with a summoner, one of the summoners from Arakko.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was kind of... I don't know why you would give someone a grenade.
Yeah, so they're... Like, the summoner hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
And it's kind of talking... the summoners, of course, I guess using telepathy. But not actually talking to them. They don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, they don't understand. We can understand because
we're reading it. And then, Cable just goes, like, here, a gift.
Gives them a grenade.
Yeah, and the guy's like, ooh, shiny.
And he pushes the button. The grenade goes off.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what were you expecting?
Yeah.
Right? And now this guy's pissed.
Yeah.
Right? But they do end up talking sense into him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, after they fight. So he's, as the summoner, he goes, don't you know who I am? I'm the summoner. And he summons, like, some, like, tentacle monster.
Yeah, the monsters of Arakko. And they're like, oh, crap.
Yeah. So they fight. They're getting kind of beat up. They get captured. And then Rachel uses her powers to communicate.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah.
So... And then they all agree that it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess what they do after that, they went to report what's happening, right?
No, they don't. So what happens is, right as they're done fighting, the two islands rejoin.
Yeah.
So...
And now there's actually like a gateway
or something. I forget.
Yeah. And then...
and then... you can talk about the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we meet up with Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Who's hiding in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a creeper.
Yeah.
And then he talks to Summoner.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get a name for this guy, right?
He pretty much said, like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know who, I've never met you. Yeah, he says, I recognize your seed. Which I don't know what that means specifically, but...
He was like, whose child are you?
Yeah, and he says war. So, in one of the previous issues, it talks about the islands splitting, and the four horsemen sacrifice themselves.
The original.
Yeah, the original teleport themselves with the island, and apparently he's the child of war.
Yeah. And which also takes us back to, I remember those Bar Sinister things, talking about how there was the four horsemen, and he would trade any of them for the first horseman. You know, so I guess maybe we'll get to see those guys. I don't know.
Well, the first horsemen were his, friends, technically, when he first, like, realized his power and stuff.
Homies.
Yeah, they're, like, probably his actual friends.
He didn't have to force them to become horsemen.
But yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. And then it takes to the Excalibur, right? Which was, I don't know, it was kind of weird. They're fighting some druids.
Yeah, it was more exposition.
Yeah. It's turning more and more. I mean, this is reminding me of that one version of Excalibur.
Which one?
The one where Guinevere was like a druid, and Merlin was like these. There were these half naked people running around. You don't remember that one?
Is it like a TV show?
It was Clive Owen. Clive Owen was King Arthur, and Keira Knightley was Guinevere.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh,
that's what I don't know what you're talking about. I saw parts of it, but I didn't actually.
Well, that's what it kind of reminded me of. Because they're like these druids who, they're half naked and they're like running around and stuff. Well, but so they fight the Marauder or the Excalibur.
Yeah, so they're heading over to the lighthouse because they're trying to, of course, fix Rogue.
Yeah.
Because she's like Sleeping Beauty right now. On their way, they fight Silkies, which are half seals, half women.
Oh.
They beat them up. They get to the island, or the lighthouse.
Yeah.
And put Rogue
and then I know Apocalypse is telling them to go to go do whatever their mission is. Like he wanted Apocalypse and like Rogue will stay with me. Together we can, like, no one can overpower us.
Yeah.
Right? Again, it's like, no, mon ami, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So he wants to stay, and then Captain Britain is like, no, please come with me.
Yeah, and then I remember they were trying to. Jubilee was like, I'm not gonna leave my kid with you because she was saying leave the kid.
Yeah, she even has a nightmare where the baby's with Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why Apocalypse would want that baby, anyways.
Well, because they're about to go on a mission.
Yeah, but why would he want the baby?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a future horseman?
I guess.
You never know. Or maybe he can sense the power within the baby because of what happens at the end of the comic book. The baby freaking turns into a dragon.
Yeah. So they enter the land of Otherworld.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the baby's a dragon.
The baby turns into a dragon.
And
so I don't know if it's a pet dragon or...
Yeah. Well, you would assume that it's the baby because... Shugo or whatever the baby says.
Yeah.
The baby says its name. So that's it for that one.
Yeah, and then so we go to Marauders, and apparently Sebastian Shaw and White Queen are arguing.
Yeah. So it kind of jumps around a little bit. So past tense. So Emma Frost, they're talking about a shipment that got attacked.
And apparently they're attacking each other.
Yeah. But
mainly it's because, I guess, Sebastian Shaw is trying to make money on the side, or...
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing? This isn't what we're trying to do.
Yeah. He's in charge of... Too. Yeah. He goes, every enterprise needs capital or whatever. But, he's basically supposed to run the black market. But he's doing extra smuggling on the side, which is stupid, but... he's just trying to get more money. But she finds out, and she sends the Marauders to take care of it.
Yep.
And it's Batroc and a bunch of random pirates.
But yeah, and they beat him up real good.
Yeah. Well, but Batroc does kick Storm.
Yes.
Which is funny. Because right as they start boarding the ship, Storm's like, don't you dare. She gets kicked.
But... So after they find all the medical supplies, and they're like, "What are you guys doing? Like, we can grow money on trees. Like, why are we doing this?"
Yeah. Well, no, because they're going to destroy the shipment.
Yeah.
And he's like, "But this is millions of dollars of products," and she's like, "Yeah, it grows on trees." So
literally.
Yeah.
Money, trees, growing.
Yeah. So they destroy it, and then they sell the ship to. Taipei. For like $50 or whatever.
Taipei. Yeah, and it's funny because Kitty's like, hey, let's all get matching tattoos.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why they went to go get tattoos too is they were hanging out low. They meet Bishop in Taipei, and then Bishop tells them that Professor X just got killed.
Yeah.
So they're all like, no way. They're all sad, and then they go into the store and all get tattoos.
Well, only Kitty Pryde gets a tattoo.
No,
Yeah.
Pyro got one too.
No, yeah, and Pyro.
He got his face tattooed.
But Iceman was like, I don't want a tattoo because it's gonna show on when I go to ice form.
Yeah.
And the bitch was like,
my body is a temple or
whatever. Yeah. This is like, I already have a tattoo. I don't need any more tattoos.
Yeah.
and Storms, she's like, no tattoos for me.
Yeah. So,
but Pyro's like, oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So they cut back, and there's a mutant there called Gateway.
Yeah.
Which is like a little naked old man. Not naked, but loinclothed old man. And he ports them to where their ship is. So they get introduced to their ship.
Oh, to their new ship?
Yeah.
The Marauder.
Yeah, which is like fully gunned out, armored, everything.
Yeah, this thing is legit.
Yeah, it's like a battle cruiser.
It's tricked out.
And then it cuts back to Emma Frost, who's talking to Sebastian Shaw about who
she's trying to explain.
Well, they're saying who the Red King is going to be.
Yeah. Well, Sebastian Shaw is like, I have suggestions for who the Red King should be, and he was like, the seat doesn't need to be filled, and it's not a king. But they're like at each other's throats at this point.
Yeah, well, because Sebastian Shaw's trying to get more power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Emma Frost, she goes diamond form.
Yeah, he tries to choke her out.
Yeah. But then Kitty Pryde walks in with her new jacket and her tattoos.
Yeah.
She's a straight up pirate now.
Yeah. Fully committed.
Yeah, she did.
Well, if she wants to get rid of him, she could just kill herself and get cloned. You won't have
tattoos. True. You don't have any more tattoos.
And then she just says, like, I'm the Red Queen now, bitches. And
yeah. He goes, I'm the Red Queen, bitch. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was okay. So far, I think, to me, those two were the best ones.
Which all Marauder and
Xmen, Marauders, and X-Force.
Well, yeah, Xmen is getting a little bit more interesting. I mean, I can see why they're focusing on the Summers family. I guess it just happens to be there. Excalibur I'm liking Excalibur. It's going into that mystical planes. Then the next book, I don't know, it's kind of...
X-Force?
No, New Mutants.
Oh, New Mutants. Oh, it's like I said in the last video, like, I'm not super invested in the mutants anyways, but it is like super not interesting at all to me. I never
really read New Mutants back then either. I mean, I bought them and then read them and then because I have that same feel that I have those same feelings. They feel the same somewhat.
Yeah.
And I was never really a big fan of New Mutants. This one, I'm trying to get into it because, the movie's coming out. Maybe I'll get a better grasp on who everyone is. But, I don't know, like, they go to some court trial.
Yeah, so they got arrested last time.
The chameleon lawyer.
Yeah, which he's only in it for, like, 2 pages.
Yeah. And then they get rescued not rescued, but Cannonball picks them up.
Yeah.
And then they go on some... I don't know if they're going on a mission.
It didn't look like it. It looked like they were just going to where Cannonball lives.
Yeah, well, and then they talk about the new... the queen, the empress.
Yeah.
Right? And how... I guess everyone's talking to her like she's a child, and they're like, hey, we need to stop doing that. But then they in the end...
Yeah.
And who's that?
Well, they were saying that she needs to learn how to rule.
Yeah.
So the New Mutants come up and they meet Lady Deathbird.
Yeah.
Which is what you call sister.
Oh, Lilandra?
Lilandra, not Sandra. Lilandra, yeah. So they meet up with her sister, and she's going to come back and teach her how to rule, but I guess the New Mutants are going to escort her there or something. I don't know.
But anyway, Sunspot, she's like, I'm in love. So that might be the the foreshadowing variant.
Yeah.
Maybe she becomes Empress. They get it on. They become lovers, and he becomes the new emperor.
I guess.
But then it takes us to X-Force, which I really liked.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they...
anytime Wolverine's in comic book, I mean,
yeah.
come on. Just...
So they're in like an autopsy room. They're investigating how the assassins got on the island.
Yep.
Past their security.
They realize there's pieces of... they haven't realized that it's Domino yet, but they just found grafts of mutant. Or did they?
No, I think they realized it was Domino.
Okay.
Well, because they scan it, and it scans as Domino.
As Domino?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they figure out that, they grafted pieces of her skin and put it all over their bodies, so...
Yeah, so it's weird. It's like we had all these questions, at the end. We're like, how the hell did this happen? Like, they should have seen this a mile away.
Well, even though it still happened, I'm still questioning how that happened still, because they should have been able to stop it, but didn't.
Yeah.
I guess they're too busy having orgies.
Something.
But, so Wolverine is being all
He's like, I'm going to go and figure this out.
Yeah, so he goes to investigate. They show him at a security terminal, two-finger typing like this. He's like, this effing computer. And
don't forget, Kid Omega shows up, too.
Well, that's right after that.
Yeah.
So he's about to kill a security guard or punch him.
And Kid Omega
stops it,
does his thing.
And he goes, I'm an expert hacker.
Well, he's Kid Omega.
Yeah. So
he's supposed to be Omega level telepath.
Yeah, so they figure out where she's held.
And they find, they go to this, like, I don't know, it's like a chamber.
Like a laboratory. It's like a modification place where they put the soldiers together.
And all these skinless, I don't know if they're monsters or zombies or what.
I think they're like clones or something.
Yeah, but then they end up having to fight those guys.
Yeah.
Right? Until they finally see freaking this was, if they ever put this in a movie or some, this has to be like rated R or something, because this was pretty disturbing to see Domino like half skinless.
Yeah, they flayed her. So and they showed her there with her meat hanging out.
Yeah, like they showed. It was pretty. I don't know. It didn't disturb me.
Yeah,
but I would imagine that people would be disturbed by seeing that. And then it ends. Mm-hmm. X-Force #2, man.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Much more interesting than the last book.
Oh.
Just Fallen Angels. They need to just stop. It's...
Fallen Angels is... I don't know where they're going, because Cable... Right now, Cable is in 2 places. Mm-hmm. He's in Xmen #1 and Fallen Angels. Which, to me, makes no sense.
Well, because you don't know what time period it's happening in.
But,
and they have gateways, so they can get back real fast, so...
Yeah, so with Cable, first it starts off with the story. Obviously, the story of Fallen Angels is mainly about Psylocke / Quanon / not Betsy Braddock.
Yeah.
And
I think she's keeping the name Psylocke.
Yeah, but it starts off with her life as Quanon, as an assassin, doing all her things, and then she's like getting, I don't know if these are flashbacks or what.
Yeah.
But it's giving us a little bit of history.
Yeah.
On her.
This is an introduction to her character. And then they're sitting over next to a campfire, and they're all talking about PTSD stuff.
Oh, let's not forget though that Cable is trying to recruit
X-23
and Psylocke for help. At first.
No, she's trying to recruit him.
No, he found a place he's like, hey, I know your struggle with, whatever it is you're struggling with, but we have the same views, and there's this village right now that's being terrorized, and we have I know the location, and we can go save them, etc., etc.
And he says, like, don't ask me how I know.
Yeah. She's like, I don't want to do it right now. Yeah. And he was like, fine, go to your fire.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like maybe Cable's timelines are getting screwed up.
Yeah.
And he's like remembering other timelines.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait for that whole thing to unfold.
Yeah.
But then, so after that, we actually get Dazzler. She finally shows up.
Yeah, and she's like, hey.
She's like, hey, you guys are not happy. Let's be happy. She's like, I don't have room to be happy.
Yeah. I can't be happy. The world's full of darkness.
She's got hardcore PTSD. I don't know. I mean, that's what it's looking like. The direction it's going.
Yeah. Well, then she tells like X-23 and Cable, like, I can teach you how to channel your anger and stuff, and you have to teach me goodness because she's only used to being an assassin or whatever. And
yeah.
Whatever. Art's horrible. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, the art's real bad. I don't know what happened in the editing. There's one. That picture you're showing me.
Almost the whole thing.
Where her face looked like it was shifted left, and all they had to do was shift it right.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like the artist didn't take anatomy classes.
All right. Well, there's a part where, I don't know, they're talking to Mr. Sinister, and Mr. Sinister is starting to take an interest in Psylocke. Right? And I guess that goes to our foreshadowing of this new team.
Yeah. Well, they're just like, he's like, tell me why butterflies or whatever. And she's like, butterflies because chrysalis. And
yeah.
Okay.
But then, anyway, so after that, she's like, oh, you know what? I'll agree with helping Cable out. So they go help Cable. And then they go and infiltrate this base, you know. And then you can see the struggle of who's better between Psylocke and X-23.
Yeah.
Because Psylocke's like, get behind me.
A little competitive.
Yeah, like, get behind me. And Laura Kinney says, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So.
And then it ends with they're about to fight a giant tentacle robot.
Yep.
Ooh.
To be continued.
Yep. That's the last one, right?
Yeah, that's the last one. So that concludes our Dawn of X Part 2.
Yeah. It's okay. I think they could just drop... I know they're not going to drop New Mutants because hopefully it goes somewhere at least, because right now it's kind of like nothing's really going on. I hope that they drop Fallen Angels.
It's. I'm pretty sure it is. It's not. I think Golden goes up to 8, like 7 or 8.
No, should have been sooner than that. But yeah, everything else is pretty interesting except for those 3. Excalibur is still a little bit too much expose. Like, I don't think the things they're talking about require that much explanation. But they're doing it anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with Excalibur is. It's like they're Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
In part 3.
Alright, if you liked the video, give us a like, share it.
Subscribe. And
subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more. Hit the bell if you want to get notified. Leave comments. If you just want to know what people think of our videos, if it's good.
Yeah, we're probably planning on doing, when Black Widow comes out, the first movie of Phase 4.
Yeah, so we'll actually, might even break away from the Xmen series and do a video on
something else. Yeah. We'll see you next time.
Bye.